Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. This is gonna be a video on how to take out a steering wheel. In this case, for a 2000 Toyota Sienna. I'm gonna take it off because, not because I want to replace it, but because I want to try putting a new cover on it. Now, I'm not trying to put the kind that just slides onto the existing steering wheel. Rather, I want to take off the stitching. I want to cut the stitching out and replace it with a new leather wrap. The reason why you probably don't see it, let me get you closer. Right here at the 12 o'clock position, it's very torn and from use. Again, this van has over 240,000 miles, so it's gotten some use, probably by a right-handed person, if I had to say. Maybe left-handed, I'm not sure. But this is just gonna walk you through the process, and we're gonna do it together because I never removed the steering wheel before. So let's get started. I'm gonna go to the back and get some tools. Like always, I got my impact wrench in case I need it, and I have some miscellaneous sockets. So let's grab this, let's grab this, and get into position. Go to the engine compartment, and we're gonna remove the battery cables. I'm not sure if it's the positive or negative. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it safe and remove both of them, because I don't want that airbag going up in my face. Looks like the battery is gonna take a 10 millimeter, so let's get that right now. Go. Next, we're gonna remove the controllers for the audio, for the radio, I believe. There's very tiny stab pattern. I think that's the one. That's the ticket. Adapter. It wasn't tight to begin with. Well, that's a good sign, I suppose. Perfect. I reveal there's another, and these are very rusty because I don't use them. These are literally tools I never use. So I'm gonna have to knock out some of that rust, make sure we have a good fit. And that seems like it fits, so There it went. Maybe you're right in there. Let's remove that. Oh, got that. We have, oh, there's another one. If you can see that. Will it be the same size? There we go. There we go. There it went. Oh, there we go. That side went. Turn it this side. There we went. Here's the airbag module. If you can see that. I want to remove this tab. There's our airbag. Airbag component out. Let me take you to this one here. I want to leave the wheel right at the 12 o'clock position. And that's as straight as we can get it. Start at 16. Oh, it's too small. Start at 17. Still small. What is this gonna be, a 19? There we go. It's a 19. Alright, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for a chance to use my drill. So let me pop an extension on here. Oh, sorry about that. And there we go. Gonna have to use that. So there's our big nut. Do that over there. Just work it back and forth. Oh, nice. All right. I'll show you guys. That's out. That's the horn. Okay. So let me see. How do I want? Oh, there we go. Probably do it from here. Is there a tab I can take out? There we go. remove that. Careful, keep that in there, and here we are with the steering wheel completely removed. So let's go inside and do the second part indoors. In this part of the video, I basically just go around showing the materials that I purchased that came with the packaging. I also will begin cutting the old cover off with using just a regular razor blade. Um, I'm just feeling the leather; it feels great. That's the wool that comes with the kit. Um, and I'm just gonna fast forward this part because I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. And I'll get towards the end and I'll talk more about this, but right here at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions, though, and you will see with the end product that I did run out of material, and I wish that I would have had more leather to be able to go around these spokes that connect to the rest of the steering wheel. If I had to do this again, I'll probably buy a bigger piece of leather and just try to cut it to where I'll be able to cover the entire wheel. But I'll just fast forward through this process and I'll show you the end product. The rest of this process is not really very interesting. Therefore, I'm simply playing this part faster. You'll see that I'm trying to fit the steering wrap around the steering wheel. It's just the right size for an average steering wheel. I don't know exactly how big it is, but it fits fine. I did have to trim one side. I don't know if I'll post this part. You'll see because it is too long, or it's too wide rather. I did have to make some adjustments, and here I'm just beginning to find out that I will need to trim off around the edges. I'm measuring and marking what I need to cut, and I will be using and you'll see right there, that's the old steering wheel cover. In this part, you'll see that I made a mark at the bottom of the steering wheel at the 6 o'clock position to try to line it up to the line that comes with the new steering wheel cover, just so we could achieve some symmetry. I'll show you right here this part. I'm using a pair of pliers to get through the tough leather, and this is the time where the cheap needle snapped on me. So from this point on, I was working with a dull needle on one side.
I was working with the full set of holes that you see on the bottom on one side, so it became more difficult of a job. I did have some extra needles I was able to use to help me complete it. Um, but if I had to do this again, I would definitely invest in a better set of needles from Walmart or somewhere else.
Right, we are almost done all of it except this little part. We're gonna finish up here against the bottom. I think the way I'm gonna go about this is we're gonna go from the end that way to make this strong, and we'll finish up on the 5 o'clock position. See if I can get you guys a good spot here. If you can see that well, but I'm gonna even go back a couple of notches to make sure all that's well. There's a little bit of little spot here that became undone.
we're gonna fast forward to the next day, and I'll show you the end product. I couldn't wait. I went and installed it at night, but I wouldn't have been able to record it. So I just walked to the car the next day, and that's coming up now.
Here's the next day. Sorry I didn't show you guys how to install it back, put it back together, but I did the video on how to take it apart. I couldn't wait, I was impatient, so put it together and went for a drive last night. It feels great. It feels like decent quality leather, and the stitching was it was okay. It was an okay job. Definitely gave me the experience to do it again in the future. I would probably be more proficient at it. There's a couple spots right here I just went way over just to put everything together, pull it all nice and tight. The only complaint I have with these eBay, Amazon, cheap $10 steering wheel cover kits is that there's no enough leather to cover where the thumbs could go. My 9 and 3, my thumb will probably rest on what's the material underneath, where the actual rubber that makes the spoke on the steering wheel. So that's my only complaint. I'm probably gonna be redoing this. I'm gonna reuse, maybe I'm gonna save the old one just to use that as a template. I'm just gonna buy a piece of leather and cut it myself next time. I mean, it's convenient to have it ready to go and cut and with the holes. I had to trim it on one side because mine was narrower than what they sent for, but even then it wouldn't have been enough to cover these spokes right here at the 9, 3, 5 and 7 positions. So it looks kind of ugly. Maybe in the future I'll do something about that, but overall it's sturdy, and we'll see how long it lasts. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.